still tuned in to Talk the Ting with Kim. Right, and we're still inside Funtastic Fridays. As you know, we wrap it up at 8 p.m., but we still have some experiences to share, right? So far, we've shared a few experiences and gave our feedback. You have the people that want slander your name and carry your name go road when they don't get what they want, right? And then you have the people that react physically, you know. It could have been based on the last voice note we heard, could have been worse, but thank God, you know, he decided to make a call, and that call tried to, you know, basically help him to think logically and not act on what his impulse was telling him to do, you know. Right. So as Lionel said, we need to have them friend there, we need to can reach out to them when we know, say, yo, your impulse is going to be probably something way out of your character, or maybe something that you can never undo, you know, because enough time you just have to read. That's why they have something called crime of passion. So, you just have to read.
So as the brother said, you know, if you never did do that, if you did do that already, well, you do that already, you can't nobody do that. Because it don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
It'll hurt me. What? What?
Anything you did do,
yeah.
You can't nobody do that.
Yeah.
So nobody do that in the first place.
So we're going to say that the clip. So you can't understand it.
I will pretend. Correct about no matter 2 pain tablet.
But trust me, as we look here, dealing with rejection in romantic relationships. So we're going to go to another audio clip.
Yes.
Yeah? All right, this one came in from...
Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Miss or Mr.
Well, we have to wait on the voice. So let's go. Listen carefully. So we're playing audio clips to get some people's feedback on their experiences.
And feel free to share your experiences. Send a voice note to 876-792-3530. Or you can, if you want, you can also type it out.
Yeah, type. We
can send a message. We can read it out. You can say it on Instagram Live as well. All right, and give you feedback on the experiences that you've heard.
So we're gonna play the audio clip, and here we go.
Hi, good night, everybody, or good evening. I'm trying my best to keep this very short. So about 2 or 3 years ago, I was in Mandeville, and a young man walked up to me and he said, "Good evening, miss. I saw you you were walking up the hill. Mind you, if you don't come from Mandeville, the hill where I talk about, the hill where the bakery is. From there, so I watch me top a Willow Gate. If you don't come from Mandeville, you know how far that distance there. So that means the man I watch me from down at the bakery, top of my taxi park. Anyways, he said that he saw me from on the hill. And he walk come up there if he say hi to me and whatever. And at that moment, I saw it as a bit suspicious. So I never really want to talk to him. I wasn't interested at that point. And I said, okay, all right. So I walked up and I said, good night. The man want me down, touch on my shoulder and say, so I walk away from me? So I said, sir, obviously I'm walking away from you. But look on you too. Feel like say you're nicer than anybody else. I walk and not feel like say you walk in here. So I say, even for that me I do, how is that your problem? The man start cuss me, call me one bag of names and say how I'm big and favor Humpty Dumpty and how, oh my God, I mean, it was traumatizing, but at the same time the taxi man them in my area saw what was happening and decided to say, hey, this not gonna go on here, so walk away. I still see him in Mandeville every now and again, and me stay away from him because obviously you're a very violent person, and because me reject you at that moment, you're gonna call me all sorts of names and behave as though you cannot take rejection. And every Jamaican man can't take rejection. So let me just make that clear. Some are very, calm and I'm something there, all the good things, but there are some men that cannot take rejection, and no matter how we try our best to be as subtle about it or to not let it look too obvious or whatever, them still are going to take offense to it. So yeah, that's my experience. Sometimes I like reject them neither because I don't know what kind of outcome it may be. I don't reject them, but I don't really accept them either. I just, me have a man, brace off, yeah. But this I'm not going to keep it.
I like that one. As I said, that one is something I think most women have experienced at least one time. They might walk it on, then probably come out, I should say, come touch it on your shoulder, right? Unwanted advances, exactly. And I think it's worse usually when I'm walking past a group of men, or if I see a group of men,
avoid that.
I start reroute. Yeah. Honestly, or if I don't have, if I have to go that route, may I cross the road. Like, but try avoid, because as she said, you don't know how they're going to react, so you just try your best to avoid. And as we said last week, because I think you had pointed out why some women give out their number and then block, because we think that's a safer route. For all of us, we're like, you know what? Let's prevent any confrontation. No, make him go on by him ways, and then when him call, block, you know, and hopefully we just never cross paths again, right? So, but it's sad that is the norm. But what I love about this is that, as you said, the men in the area decide to say, yo, and that has actually happened already. There's been like a man or a woman in the area say, yo, move from here, man. The girl don't tell you, say, you know, what you about her for? I like when people can stand in and help you.
Yeah, man. And as a man from the sideline, you just go, you know, Miss Lady, all right?
Yeah.
You know, they might trouble you, Miss Lady.
Yes, they might do that too. They might trouble you. Exactly.
And that's the kind of support we want. I mean, I think it kind of faded down after for some time now. It's not as strong in fight situation where, you know, a woman said this happened and that happened and people were nearby, you know? So we kind of say we are mind our own business sometimes, but we need to be looking out for others as well, you know, in these situations where we can help.
Well, there's an experience that I completely, it's like you did say, you have this memory what deep down.
Yes, yeah.
I have one that's so repressed, and this one, guys, is not even funny, right? This one was a life-threatening one for me, right? If things never work out the way it worked out, I would have probably not been here this very moment. That's how serious, right? So I was in grade 6 back then. I used to grade 6, that's how young, right? I was in grade 6 and I used to do netball after school. And so I would always be reaching home in the evenings, essentially. And when I lived in Spanish Town at the time, and there was this park, this little park you had to go through to get to the taxi stand. So one day this guy was calling to me, and he might call to me not paying no attention and come and start walk beside me. So I'm walking, he's walking alongside me and I try to talk to me. So he asked me what my name, I said Keisha. He asked me if I have a number, you know, because if you know me, I said I didn't have a phone, which is true, I didn't have a phone. He offered to buy me a phone and all these things. I'm like, no, I'm good. You know, like, I'm 6. Yeah. Right?
No, yeah, 6th grade.
You're in
6th grade, sorry. I was in 6th grade. Yeah, sorry. So I was in 6th grade, and yeah, he might try all these things to convince me. I'm just never there pay him the mind. Right. Anyways, walked to the taxi stand and got a taxi and left. What I realized thereafter is every day he was in the park waiting on me. Right? Every single day. So what I realized, I think the second or third day that he did that, him try to talk to me again, I'm just hold my head straight, continue walk, probably just talk to politeness, but I would go straight to the taxi stand and not stop to talk, I'm gone. But I realized that was the norm, what I had to resort to start doing. I don't think I told my parents or anything, to be honest, but I resorted to start talking to adults when I was leaving the bus. So now coming off, me evaluate who this is how far I go, me evaluate who will come off. And my option would be to talk to a woman that's going in that direction, or last resort is a man. So like every evening after that, when I reach the park, he's there, but it's always me and somebody. Every day is me and a different big man. So I'm thinking, probably seen as a very polite child. I just want conversation, but I had my reasons, right? And then there was a time there was no woman coming off the bus, but I chose this man that seemed like, you know, I'm not gonna chat me out. I'm gonna talk to him and good evening and this, and the man walk and talk to me, and that kept happening, right? And till eventually one day I stopped seeing him. So I think I did that for at least 2 weeks. Then I just stopped seeing him. Now fast forward to a year after, guys. A whole year. I'm in first form now.
Which movie this MV?
Lifetime.
I am in.
I'm surprised.
I am a whole year after, right? So now one night I had to be leaving somewhere late. As a child, I never liked night road. I always avoid night road. So this particular night would have been dark. I never want to commute by myself. So my older brother, one of them, his school wasn't far from mine, and he was doing football training. So I called him and say, yo, you can't meet me in half a tree, I may you go over together. Him say, yeah man, you know. So we met a half a tree walk over. That time now, they had basically closed off a road, so we had to reroute. So you had to go now to the bus park and come up. So me and my brother come up the road now, and from afar, cause we he was helping me to cross a bridge, come afraid of heights. So him that try convince me, come man, if you can do it, whatever. In Spanish Town, the bridge near Spanish Town Hospital. Yeah. So anyways, him tell me hold on to him school bag and he will walk with me go cross. And he walk with me go cross. So after we don't get cross it now, he did laugh after me and mock me and and that's fine, we're a joke. But ahead, I saw a guy stand up. And I see the silhouette look familiar, bear in mind. Mm-hmm. And I said, that look like the guy from so and so ago, right? But anyways, I not pay the mind. I walk and Sean and laugh after me and whatever. Now when we're walking, instead of the guy walk around, he walk in between us, right? So we part ways, because we not think nothing of it. And when we part ways, him look straight in my eye, I look straight in him, and I realize that the same guy from the year before. Anyways, all I know is that him walk through, me and my brother start walk again and we walk and talk and whatever. Then all we do hear behind we, oh, you find new man now.
Oh, snap.
So both of we look back and then we just not paying the mind, we could turn back around. Guys, this now has stuck in my mind. I'ma think of God make it work out that way, right? Because our backs were turned. The very next thing I know, I was on the inside, my brother was on the outside. He was coming around the side with this long silver knife coming at me. Bear in mind, I've done nothing to this guy other than yet literally coming at me. Like I replay the scene so often, I'm like, why if they come from behind? Why if, because whenever they pay him the mind, because they run up from behind and do me something. Like I played so many things in my mind, right? And my brother put up his man and said, my youth, what you do? And the man said, yo, should this me? Right? And the man is like, yo, and brother said, yo, if you know a good for you, you back off, right? And him there, oh, should this me? And him say, yo, my you can get upset now. Him say, yo, back off, And him back off and we hurry up and get to the taxi stand and we go on our yard. But it's like I replay that so often because I'm like, look how we could have just exist over foolishness. Right? And then I even thought as far as what media would have said. Like, oh, cause they're gonna probably play it off as a schoolgirl in a things with man and probably the next man find her with original man, not knowing say my brother. And all kind of thing. It's like, guys, that has stuck in my brain ever since. I could have not been here today over nothing. Right? So I've seen it. Alright, so what happened? I went home and I told my family, and of course everybody vexed, right? But especially one of my brothers was very upset. And he took off 2 weeks from work and every day meet me at the taxi stand and him say, well, sit down out here till you show me a who, right? Yeah man, like that serious. Me and him close like,
yeah,
oh. Him say, you're gonna show me a who, right?
You could
and he took back.
Excuse me?
Right? And for 2 weeks we don't see him. And when he had to go back to work the Friday, him talk, there's a man who was still at the stall out there, what him know the whole family.
Yeah, that's
so him tell him what go on and him say, yo, when you see her, just make sure you put her up on one taxi, right? And I never saw that guy for a couple of months, or probably at least a few weeks. And I know one day, I walk through the park and both across the road, and the man named Sweetie Man come meet me cross the road. I didn't know why. Him just come and meet me cross the road and help me cross the road, and as one taxi I pass him find now and say, yo, you go so? Yeah man, carry up the girl here. I never understand why till when we're passing the other side of the taxi stand, the guy was out there standing up.
Again?
I don't think he was waiting on me, but he was just there. So I think he was trying to prevent me seeing him and him see, like him doesn't know who. I don't know how him know who. I don't know.
Yeah, but you see that's what I would have chime in with. That's why I see in this situation as young kids out there or even females, probably in the adult stage, if you feel threatened or being watched by persons, let people in your circle know, your family, your friends. Yeah,
I didn't tell anybody at first.
These things,
I never seem like a threat.
Most of the things, especially as Kimmie said, what was Manchester, which part?
Spanish Town.
Most of these people, your family members, some of them know people who are remember say young people, you might know big people like that. But your family members, they might know who have the orange style, so who sell the mango them, so and them are gonna know who are the problem makers out there. You get what I say? So
I think the star man they pick up a who. I
Exactly.
think that's how he
So
knew
that's what I'm saying.
to put me in a
Because it's
taxi.
always
based on the
there,
story,
basically,
they will know.
right?
Probably based on my
They
brother and him
will-
talk about some him to do something.
to protect yourself.
And
man.
put me in the
Look out for
taxi
yourself.
and don't want to pass.
If you don't
To
tell
the
them
guy
all
out
about
there.
it.
Exactly.
My heart is beating for you, Kimmie.
I could have died that night.
Like it's nothing that serious. And from
I'm
you look
never
at
doing
you,
nothing.
Hold on. I don't want to ask this
Yeah.
question and sound very,
Mhm.
but. Did you look like a child, or were you? Sorry, I know how
Kimmie
it sounds.
is
I've always
top
looked a bit more mature.
Kimmie's always been
Yeah.
top heavy.
In my classes, I was the first to get,
the tops.
The boobies,
Yeah.
right? But regardless,
In your
most
face,
people can say,
at
Kim, in
least.
your face, you could have tell, say,
No, man.
you were a
With
child.
those people,
So either
it's
way.
not necessarily about the face or the look or if you
But the
look
thing
like
is, I wasn't rude, I wasn't
It's
disrespectful. So even if it was a case where he felt offended, I never outrightly offended him.
Yeah,
He just felt, as a man say, yo, man, you should dismiss.
Right,
Literally,
because-
those were the words, and it was a long night.
rejection for him.
Exactly.
Rejection for
So
him.
that one has stuck in my mind ever since, and I'm like, boy, I think I'm gonna say God work it out because he could have attacked in a different way. Because I probably never see my cup.
I mean, as
You could have been walking.
as a Netflix psychologist, after watching several Netflix,
As a what?
Netflix psychologist.
right? In those situations, it's not the rejection. Isn't she don't want him, because she didn't even get the chance to
Yes,
tell him
you've
that she
seen
don't
her
want
with
him.
somebody
Is
else.
she avoiding him?
Okay.
Yeah, because he saw me with big.
She
People every
she
day.
plan to avoid him.
Mhm.
That is a rejection.
No, but
in
then
that
bear in
case.
mind, his question was, you get new man. No, I
Exactly.
mean, like, that man said,
Every
when
time she
when he was
avoided
my
him.
man. No, but clearly in his head, he thought there was something going
Exactly.
on. He was
You
my
have
man.
been- you have been avoiding him.
It was new,
Marty says
so
it
he
sounds
was
simple,
old.
but could have been serious. Thank God you were safe.
Yeah, man.
And I tell you people, sometimes these simple situations, as I said, there's a situation like that with a young lady, and I tell her, I say, listen to me, tell somebody, your family, your friend, your brothers, let somebody know so they can look out for you as well. It might be simple, you have a plan. It doesn't hurt for you to notify somebody else to let them know, and even give a suggestion. If you say, yo, oh, that brother there, we know who to talk to because him not play this, a play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, if you reach a place, you notify all the police.
That's when
you get me? But make your
rejection
family
turns
members and your
dangerous.
friends be aware.
Yeah, because that's what I
So
didn't
they can
do.
provide
Mainly
you with
because I didn't
the
teach you that
support.
threat, but for anybody that's going through that,
Yeah.
make somebody know. Because maybe somebody could have, instead of me having to talk to adults, maybe somebody that meet me at,
Yeah,
you know.
or
Yeah,
just
your mother would have come
notify
out
the
there or
police or
something,
notify the
your brother.
authorities.
Yeah,
Get him
exactly.
off the road.
Right.
Exactly.
Like when your brother took off the time off for the 2 weeks, he said he could have probably get somebody like the sweetie
To
man
me, sweetie man.
from the beginning. From
But
the
sweetie
jump.
man, I remember him saying vaguely, say, yeah, man, an eyeglass. I think he knew exactly who it
people-
was, and probably he's done it to other people or something, so him just know. I don't know.
Yeah, and I said some people can become obsessive, and
Yeah,
that's where
the
it
man
goes.
say,
As I
you
tell
find
you,
new man.
when it comes to that
Listen,
point, it
it
gets
is.
from it don't have nothing to do with you.
You know, if people do them nothing or there with them.
Their mindset is just that if you're avoiding them, if they're not getting the chance to see you, that's a rejection for them. So people be safe out there, and let's find ways personally to handle our rejections.
That's
Find
when
ways.
That's
rejection
not
becomes
easy.
It's not.
dangerous.
That's why I say we have to find ways.
You have to, because they know what you're gonna do is harm somebody else, and they're entitled to their own opinions, their own right to say no. You're taking away their right to say no to they don't have to, and then you don't have to. You can find somebody else as well.
Yeah, is that them don't realize that?
It's oppression. That's what I say.
There
It's a fear
are
of
8 billion
rejection.
people in the world.
It's a fear of rejection, though it's deep rooted in like an absentee father kind of situation.
Yeah, absentee in something, because
Yeah.
either somebody
Securities.
leave you, your teacher ability.
It's a fear of abandonment,
Mhm.
really, because you are abandoned by a parent.
Yeah.
More than
So you feel everybody's
Roots
gonna
and
leave
father.
you. Mhm.
so you have this thing. So each time you get rejected, your brain actually replay, where you go through with your parent when they love you or what. It's deep.
Well, I'm just glad it never turned out worse.
You have to
And somebody
find
says, and some of these
ways.
times, these obsessions can be demonic.
Yeah, man.
Man, it's like they've said something by you. People on the live, we apologize. We're having some reconnection issues. Just about 2 minutes to go in the
Yes.
show.
I'm
Now
gonna
we
have
have-
a story for sure.
Alright, go on
One
quick,
minute.
go on quick.
So there was this girl I was casually involved with.
All right.
And I promise I don't do this.
Okay. Back in the days.
So she didn't know, say,
Yeah.
but we didn't involve and we do a couple of things, and
Yeah.
In the middle of one of the things, she asked for us to be serious. In the middle of it.
Yeah, I know.
Females.
Yeah.
Definitely a time when you're focused.
So in another moment that you can't say no. Yeah, when in the moment.
In the moment,
You
yeah.
have to finish the job first, you know?
So you're gonna see what she wants to hear, yeah.
Yeah, you have to say what you want to hear, and then I did that, and we,
You clear the air afterwards?
yeah. So we cleared the air afterwards, and she did upset. So we did work together. So after a while, we start here in the workplace, so my house dirty. Like beard. Yeah, no.
Everything where you can do, yeah.
It's not funny.
You see me? And that's because
You reject her from
we
that
just never,
serious
into it like
why people.
into her like.
Listen me,
you know.
people. Listen me.
I promise that does not happen often.
We're gonna jump to. I mean, we're gonna go wrap up the show. People have a safe weekend next week.
Not in the country.
Well, I got a topic to give you guys. Have a fantastic day. Thanks to everybody.
And thanks for tuning in and sharing your experiences. We love it. Have a good night, guys.
And forcing us to relive ours.
News Talk 93 FM. Heard everywhere.